Welcome. In this video, will Zbcn coin refresh 88 again? We will analyze this. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please watch to the end to understand. The pennant formation, which I previously highlighted on the chart and explained in detail in my earlier technical analysis video, has finally broken out in the expected direction, providing investors with a significant bullish signal. These types of pennant formations typically occur during a brief consolidation phase within an ongoing uptrend and are considered strong continuation patterns. The pennant that formed on the chart took shape during a consolidation period following a prior uptrend and has now confirmed the bullish technical outlook with an upward breakout. Currently, the price has clearly broken above the upper boundary of the pennant formation, and following the breakout, it has entered a phase known in technical analysis as a retest. This retest move involves the price pulling back to test the broken resistance level as new support and is generally seen as a sign of a healthy uptrend. In other words, the price is currently experiencing a pullback toward the upper boundary of the pennant, which previously acted as resistance. However, this pullback is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it represents a natural market movement that lays the foundation for a stronger rally. These types of retest structures often offer investors a second chance to enter positions. In pennant formations, the target is clearly defined in technical analysis literature. The target is typically equal to the length of the flagpole. This means that the height of the sharp upward move preceding the pennant is projected upward from the point of breakout. As such, the current price action and path are painting a very positive and healthy picture toward reaching this target. Investor psychology also plays a key role in this process. Pennant formations typically develop after short-term profit-taking during an uptrend. This leads to a period of consolidation, where prices move sideways or slightly downward within a narrow range. However, the critical point here is that buyers do not give up and re-enter the market. The current breakout and subsequent retest phase demonstrate that this psychological pattern is functioning as expected and that there is still strong buying interest in the market. This can be read as a positive signal that the price may continue advancing toward the projected target. Another important technical aspect is the broader market structure in which the formation has developed. If the general market trend is also upward, meaning the major trend favors buyers, then the success rate of continuation patterns like pennants is significantly higher. This scenario appears to hold true in the current chart setup as well. Thus, the formation is not only bullish on its own, but is also aligned with the broader market trend. This greatly increases the likelihood of reaching the target. The current retest phase may represent a critical point for investors. This is the moment when the market is testing whether the broken upper boundary of the pennant will hold as a new support. If this support level holds firmly and the price begins to gain upward momentum again, it can restore investor confidence and significantly accelerate the price's journey toward the target. Such retests and subsequent rallies after breakouts are often considered lower risk and technically healthier entry zones. But we can't rely solely on the pennant for analysis. Let's take a look at other metrics as well. Stay tuned. The chart has currently reached a very critical level. This red line, which we have been monitoring for a long time and which investors have been closely watching, symbolizes a highly important barrier in technical analysis. This line represents the highest price level the asset has ever reached, its 88th or all-time high. In technical analysis, 88 levels mark the highest peak a security has attained and often act as strong psychological and structural resistance zones. At these levels, investors may take profits, or those who previously bought high and are holding losses might sell to break even. However, if the price breaks through this level, it could open the door to a much larger and more promising move. Currently, the price is very close to this red resistance line. Although this level has been tested multiple times during previous uptrends, a clear breakout has never occurred. However, now, the positive signals from technical indicators, increased volume, improved market sentiment, and a globally optimistic investment climate may suggest that this test could yield a different result. When 88th resistance levels are broken, the chart essentially enters uncharted territory, and the price begins to move into levels it has never encountered before. This marks the start of a process known in technical analysis as price discovery. At this stage, there is no historical resistance to stop the price, allowing the move to gain freedom. A breakout above this red line is significant not only from a charting perspective, but also in terms of investor psychology. Once the all-time high is surpassed, investors stop dwelling on the past and begin to look ahead. This shift significantly boosts market momentum. Even investors who were previously hesitant, wondering, will it get rejected again here, may gain confidence following a breakout. This increased confidence leads to higher demand. and when demand outweighs supply, prices can surge rapidly to new highs. Moreover, an ATH breakout is often accompanied by high volume, which is one of the key factors that adds strength and sustainability to the breakout. If this red line, representing the ATH, is breached with significant volume, the breakout becomes technically more reliable, and the upward movement is based on stronger foundations. This enables investors to open positions with greater confidence and participate in the rally. As a result, the upward wave gains its own momentum. Additionally, such breakouts are often followed by a retest move. This means the price pulls back to test the broken resistance level as new support and then bounces higher. A successful retest further strengthens the trend. Therefore, a pullback following a breakout above the red line should not be seen as a threat, but rather as an opportunity. Taking a position at this point can be highly rewarding in terms of both risk and potential return. It is important to remember that breaking the ATH level should be supported not only by technicals, but also by fundamentals. If the overall news flow in the market is positive, if there are strong developments behind the project, and if the sector is experiencing a recovery and increased interest, this combination with technical analysis makes reaching new record highs much more attainable. One of the most important tools used to interpret price movements on the chart and to assess how active the market is the ATR, Average True Range Indicator. ATR is a widely used and highly reliable technical indicator for measuring a security's volatility, or the magnitude of price fluctuations, over a specific period. It provides clear insights to investors about when the market is moving quietly, or when it has started to show strong volatility, especially in identifying the beginning or continuation of trends. The ATR chart is typically displayed as a line, and the upward or downward movement of this line indicates whether market volatility is increasing or decreasing. This red line, the ATR line, if it begins to trend upward, signals a noticeable increase in price movement within the market. This is a very important signal for both short-term traders and long-term investors, as wider price swings indicate a period of increased opportunities as well as risks that must be carefully managed. Looking at the current situation, the ATR indicator had been moving sideways or showing mild fluctuations for a while. However, in recent days, as the price began forming larger candles in certain regions, the ATR line has started showing signs of upward movement. This development can be considered very promising for investors. It's important to keep checking the ATR indicator from time to time. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.